We're here on the red carpet at South by Southwest, and we're about to speak with a few of the actors, all of whom are now household names, who bring their lives and all their flaws into our living rooms each week through the NBC hit television show, This Is Us. While these characters are clearly complex individuals, each can easily be defined by one primary characteristic. We spoke about that with the actors who portray them. Mandy Moore, Becca, unconditionally loving, yet incredibly judgmental. Justin Hartley's Kevin, coming to terms with his own self-importance and ego-driven personality. And Milo Ventimiglia, who overcame so much trauma, dysfunction, and tragedy to become the one person who is universally loved by all. His flaw? He died too soon. Let's see what they all have to say about their characters. You are one of the most beloved guys in America. A guy with his flaws and a guy with his issues. How does it feel to be the most loved guy in America?
I don't know if I'm the most loved guy in America, but I tell you what, the adoration for the character that has definitely been put on me, the actor who plays this man, it's flattering, it's humbling, but also I think it's inspiring because we all want to have someone good to look up to, and I think Jack is a good role model.
What does Jack Pearson tell us about ourselves?
Oh boy, I think Jack reminds us that we are all flawed, but if we lead with love, then we could hopefully have a good life, even if they are cut short.
Wow, you can't beat that. Now, Rebecca Pearson has always had the best of intentions with her kids, with her family, but somehow it doesn't always turn out right. What can we learn about ourselves from Rebecca Pearson?
Not to hold yourself up to too high a standard, that we're all human and we make mistakes and we're fallible, and to sort of cut yourself a little bit of slack. I mean, I think Rebecca's made some unpopular decisions, but I think she's trying the best she can. Like I think we all sort of need to give ourselves a little bit more credit for.
How about your relationship with your kids? They're all different.
But isn't that the case with parents and all of your children? Like, not one, every relationship is going to be unique, and you're bringing something else to the table, and there's complications, and, you know, things just can sort of go awry. But I think that's sort of the fascinating part of delving into, like, you know, the psyche of this show in particular.
Wonderful. Mandy, thank you.
Yep.
Kevin is potentially the most complex and complicated character on the show, despite apparent success to the contrary. Can you kind of talk about his nature?
Well, I think, yeah, I think he's a guy who got caught up in something that kind of tried to define him, that had nothing to do with how he really is or what he's really led by, which is his heart. I think he's a smart guy. I think he's a thoughtful man. I think he operates best when he's taking care of other people. And like you said, when we first were introduced to him, that's not what you saw. You saw this guy that was like this superficial whatever, and then you start to learn, well, those are just things that he's putting on because he's afraid, he's insecure, and he's afraid to show people who he really is, and he's kind of lost. But here's a guy who is all heart and just cares about other people.
But he was so ego-driven as a kid, too. In many ways, he was really mean to his siblings and his dad.
I think so, yeah. I think there's a bunch of stuff in there that I watch it and I'm like, that's just mean. But he's crying out for attention. He doesn't. We all want to be loved, and we all need love. Whoever tells you you don't need love is not that they're a lie. That's a liar, right? And that might be also a cry for help if you ever hear someone say that. But I think that was his thing, is he felt sort of marginalized his whole life. And then as he got older, it was like no one's listening to him. Even when he's literally telling people, I'm in pain, I need help. You know, I'm not worth anything. They're like, oh, he's so humble, isn't that great? And it's like, oh God, you guys, this guy's crying for help. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's part of it. People need attention, people need love.
And as a kid, at least he was played by another actor, right?
They do a great job. Those guys do great.
For 10 days in March, South by Southwest allows us to learn an incredible amount about ourselves. Through panels, screenings, and showcase events, we get to learn all about the various things that drive our passions, whether it's film, music, sports, technology, fashion, or innovation. In so many ways, This Is Us is exactly the same. Watch the show long enough and as many times, and every one of us will see so many things that serve as a reflection of our own personal worlds. And that's why it makes so much sense to have This Is Us here with us at South by Southwest.